Hi everybody and welcome to the Spike Feed, your leading source for Magic the Gathering content. I'm Nathan, and this is Legacy, and that is Jace the Mind Sculptor, better than all. Okay, so disclaimer, I'm awful at Legacy. I mean, I'm bad. And I'm trying to think of, what am I going to do with my Legacy content here? And I think I'm going to do, I don't know. I want to play Esper Mentor. Because I know that Curtis is already, Curtis and Cameron have already piloted, posted rather some Esper Stoneblade stuff. So I could do Jeskai Stoneblade, but both of them are going to just pilot a deck better than I ever could. I'm really more of a modern specialist. But what I think I might do, and I've talked to a couple of different guys about doing this, is maybe I'll do a league with Esper Mentor. See how it goes. We'll learn a bit about the deck, become a little bit better of a player. We'll do it together, or at least I'll do it, and you guys will painfully sit through it. And then maybe I'll bring on Curtis, or I'll bring on Jason Clark, or there's a really good player here locally. We're going to practice some Legacy tomorrow. He goes by the name of Benoit. He's, I played with him a couple of times, and I've been impressed with his play every time. He hasn't day 2'd, but he has been on the Pro Tour, so definitely a good player. Maybe I'll bring him on. I'm not sure yet, but I think maybe then the second league I'll try to bring on a co-pilot, and we can see how, what they suggest to my mistakes, how the deck probably performs a lot better in the hands of a professional. And I say professional, I didn't necessarily mean Magic Pro, I just mean like somebody who knows what they're doing. Anyway, so let's take a look here. There is only 14 cards in the sideboard because this is Patrick Chapin's list, and Misdirection is a card that he ran, but hopefully when they do Eternal Masters it won't be so expensive. It wasn't in Vintage Masters, so Misdirection's like $100, and I'm not going to pay $100 for Misdirection, especially when at some point it's going to get reprinted and be so much cheaper. So we need to fill the slot there. The other thing is Patrick also said that Notion Thief was one of the worst cards. In fact, he said it here, without question, my worst sideboard card. I drew it a lot, but it didn't do much to change the outcome of games. Says he's not giving up on it. It's just that it disappointed him all tournament. So maybe we'll keep it, right? Maybe he said he's not giving up on it yet. Now this is an older article, but maybe we'll give it a chance. That being said, I don't really know what else to put in here. As far as sweepers, we have a Zealous Persecution, an Engineered Explosives, a Supreme Verdict, so we could run a Perish. We could also run like a Blue Blast, Blue Elemental Blast. We could run a Rest in Peace, which it doesn't look like we have. We could run another Vendilion Click. I did make one change to his list, by the way. And I probably shouldn't be changing anything because, probably shouldn't change anything because, like I said, I really don't know what I'm doing. But that is, I made the Spell Pierces into Thoughtseizes. I have played this deck a couple of times with a friend in paper. He was my buddy Martin. He was playing Grixis Delver, and I managed to get crushed every game. And the reason is, not the reason I got crushed, but the reason I'm doing Thoughtseize is I feel like you can be a little bit more proactive with your mentors if you have Thoughtseize to look at their hand. But also I think there's a chance to make your Cabal therapies more impactful with Thoughtseize than there is Spell Pierce. So we also have, these other ways to look at the hand, so that is the one change that I'm going to make. So I guess one thing we can do is let's look at the Legacy metagame. Okay, so at the top, which, given what I know of Legacy, is not really surprising, are Miracles. Miracles, Grixis Delver, Shardless Bug. Actually, I might run another Supreme Verdict. Okay, so they're only running one Mentor. And they're running Venser now. Interesting. I wonder what that's for. I guess just to bounce whatever. I mean, we could always throw a Pithy Needle in, just Pithy Needle might not be a bad idea. Just kind of random, like, good against probably quite a few things. Submerge, actually, Submerge might be a pretty good idea because it's another free spell that we could potentially use when we have Monastery Mentor out. In fact, I know that my buddy Benoit's doing that. In his Miracles deck, he's got like an Esper Miracles deck. But I was going to say Verdict because of this deck. I mean, it can't be... Yeah, I guess it can be. I was going to say it can't be that much faster than the modern version. But I guess they just more consistently are going to have the mana, so... Maybe Verdict is too slow. This is where I meant to be. We also could get a back to basics for lands. Man, I need your I need everybody's help. I have no idea. We could get, let's see. Now here's the one interesting thing though, like Caracas is pretty good against lands. This is actually back to basics is kind of cool, right? Because it says like all of our fetch lands continue to work. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna throw back to basics in, and we're gonna get rid of this Notion Thief. And I'm thinking like either Submerge or do I have a Submerge? I could get a Submerge or Supreme Verdict. I can't imagine we probably don't want that many Supreme Verdicts, right? I mean, we still, this is a big way that we win the game. Okay, let's just do the, let's try a Submerge. Hold on, let me get one. Okay, it's not going to be Submerge because Submerge is 20 tickets, and I do not feel like spending 20 tickets on a card that I don't know. I guess it probably makes sense to have like one of them at least. I don't want to get one right now though because I just don't know what I'm doing. All right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to put Notion Thief back in. Because I don't know what we're doing here. I thought he had 2 Tassikers. Let me check again. No, definitely just one. Okay, so... Alright, this is what we're going to run. See you guys in a second. Okay, we have a match. We get 2 draw steps. The deck is pretty land-light. We also have a Deathrite Shaman, but if our Deathrite Shaman gets killed, we'd have a ton of cantrips from this. This could be wrong. I'm gonna keep it. We get 2 draws. Delver. I have no idea. You guys get to see me fumble about trying to figure out what I'm doing, learning the decks as I go. That's what we're going to do. We're going to get an Underground Sea. It is a Delver. Well, okay, so we drew a land. So this could actually get a Scrubland. I think I want to do this now because I want to play around Stifle. Very important. So let's see if it flips at upkeep here. They always flip in Legacy as I say that. Okay. What do I kill? I guess this has a lot of utility. This could seriously be... This also gives him mana. I'm going to try to get rid of the Deathrite Shaman. We were successful. Lots of Jaces. Do we draw a card with Probe? Let's go ahead and play a Deathrite. I don't know. Okay. Opponent revealed Force of Will. We have Force of Wills. And what is this? Okay, so we could force this pitching. I don't think we really want to pitch the probe. Because that could help us draw a land, and then we could play a Jace. We could also then flip a Delver. I'm gonna just actually force this, and if he forces back, then well, he didn't. He's probably saving it for like something like a Jace. Okay, so let's see. What do we do? Okay. So let's peek. Do we pay life? Yeah, maybe we want to. But then again, if he doesn't have another blue card, which I think would be unlikely, if we draw a land though and we don't see counter magic, we could Jace and bounce the Delver. That seems pretty good. I'm gonna pay life. I may regret it, but we're learning. Okay, so Jace would 100% get countered. And sadly, our Cabal Therapy is not going to be... It's not going to be bad, but it's not going to be as awesome as we'd want it to be. I guess I just take the Pyromancer. Huh. Well... Alright, we're just going to do this. I guess we can just use Deathrite Shaman. Because we can't activate any of his abilities anyway. Name Young Pyromancer. Or maybe we should be... No, I'm going to name this because I don't really have... They discard that, right? Okay. Okay, so now we're going to go to like 9. Andy's got a Bolt, though. Alright, main phase Brainstorm. Which kind of makes like this sort of useless. Because he could trade any of these out. So there's our land. I'm going to imagine that he still has a force. So, let's see. He's going to force our Jace. See, if we get a Tundra... So if we play Jace, he forces it, hits us down to 5. But then we might be able to resolve a Council's Judgment, because he also could Daze here. I mean, I know that he has it, but... I'm just going to run it into something anyway. Sure. So he can't Bolt us this turn per se. And the reason I'm doing that is because I'm hoping that I can try to resolve this Council's Judgment. Now I almost certainly can. So let's try here. Our opponent has 5 cards in hand. And we're about to have none. So we'll go ahead and attack. We have no cards. All right. It's a big guy. He's no small banana. Okay, well, that's not going to work for us, so... Alright, so Grixis Delver, I think that Explosives would be good. Supreme Verdict seems like it'd be good. I don't think we bring back to Basic Sin against him. And I don't think that we want Abrupt Decay simply because we only have one Tropical Island, and Grixis Delver runs Wastelands. Zealous Persecution seems good. Vendilion Click might be okay. It can block a Delver. I don't know that we want these cards. Is there any more removal that... Or maybe we... Since we're bringing in this Verdict, maybe we trim on a Monastery Mentor. We could try this Notion Thief plan. Painful Truths, I guess we probably don't want too many of those. I don't know, I guess maybe we do want to keep like some... Thoughtseize seems kind of painful. But... I definitely want to keep all of the swords. I don't know. I don't know if I need to... I don't know if that's what I want. I think what I want against Delver... I don't think I really want these... necessarily want these forces. I just want removal, I think. So maybe I need to bring in this Council's Judgment even though it's slow. This deck is like no removal compared to the Jeskai decks I'm used to playing in Modern, that is. Okay, I'm going to do this, I guess. Again, I don't think I can bring in Abrupt Decay if I'm just going to get my Tropical Island Wastelanded. I guess I could bring in a Flusterstorm. It is a blue deck. Trim another Mentor. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. Sure. Let's try this. I guess I'm trimming all these Mentors. I don't need as many probes and such. I don't know. Well, I can't. What if I don't draw a blue source? It does have all these swords, but I think I need a mulligan. I think that this is okay. Although maybe there's a chance that he brings therapies in and this goes away. I have no idea. I'm going to put the click on the bottom. And then I'm just going to go ahead and start off with a Ponder. All of these cards, they seem like they could be useful. Let's do Explosives, Probe, and draw that land. Would really like to use this. I'm just going to play... do we want to probe just to see what he has? Yeah. I guess we can see if he has like a wasteland. We can draw this Explosives. He does have a wasteland. He does have a daze. Let me see. So what do we need to do here? So we can clean up his Pyromancer tokens with the engineered explosives. I'm just we're gonna get something wastelanded. Let's play Underground Sea. This may be bad if we just can never get to cast it. Do I try to brainstorm now or do I wait? I think I'm going to do it now. It's just so I can utilize this mana for something. I'm actually fine with... Well, I don't think I want that many lands, but I'm fine with drawing some. So let me do like land explosives, and we'll just redraw the explosives. Gosh, well, I feel like I have no idea what I'm doing. Sorry, guys. The problem is I don't know what I'm doing. That's the issue. So I think we have enough where we can actually just fetch a basic here. And we'll upkeep Swords the Pyromancer. I don't want to give him a token now. Maybe it's better to just... No. I would say maybe it's actually better to shoot the Deathrite Shaman, but I think that his Pyromancer has a chance to be much more explosive. What did I see? He brainstormed, so information is not exactly relevant. I think the deck only runs a plains. So let's just play this island and pass. I like the painful truths. Brainstorm. Okay. We'll just keep marching along here. Maybe we should have fetched earlier. Okay. I guess I can fetch now. Just get a Tundra. And then we'll untap and Verdict. Not that that doesn't mean, I mean, it's fine, but we still have 4 cards and our opponent is going to have, I guess, 6 or 7 in hand. 6. All right. What are the chances that this land gets stifled? I guess we're just going to find out. Thought we would have had an Underground Sea. I guess I just get this scrub land so we can have black and go ahead and Supreme Verdict. Let's ponder. Probably actually should have done this differently. Probably should have brainstormed, actually, not ponder. That was a mistake, because then ponder can shuffle things away from our brainstorm. Oh. Man. So bad. I'm into these cards. So we definitely want to draw the swords, obviously. Opponent doesn't know we have this to clean up the tokens with. I think I'm going to go land, Jace, swords. And then pass. He's probably going to bolt me or something anyway. Sure. I still think that I just path at his upkeep. Or swords. I don't even know what format I'm playing. We know we have Jace and then a land. Everything in his deck like has to always die. Do we want Jace? I guess we can draw the Jace, and then maybe we want to wait till we draw that extra land for the brainstorm. Alright, do we Painful Truths? No, we don't, because obviously we need to do this. We know there's a land. I guess we can let him get an activation out of this. I don't know that we just, well, maybe what we're supposed to do is hold our Jace until we really need it to, like, bounce a Gurmag Angler or something. Maybe I'm gonna do this now, actually, because I'm assuming he plays Stifle if he's playing Wasteland, so letting him draw these cards is probably wrong. I guess I'm sort of glad we kept that land on top. Opponent has 3 cards. It's annoying. Uh, this kills Delver now. It does not kill Deathrite Shaman. I always hate that. By the way, just for the record, Deathrite Shaman does not need 2 toughness. Why? He's 1 mana. He's an elf. He should just be a 1/1. He can already be cast by black or green, and he has 3 abilities. Why does he have to have 2 toughness? So annoying. Alright, so I don't really want the force, I don't think. I kind of wouldn't mind everything else, but why am I supposed to keep her? I could play Mentor. What is the last card he's played? Cabal Therapy. He probed. He brainstormed. I think he brainstormed, probed, Wasteland, and Flooded Strand all in one turn. So the Delver probably is going to flip. We could do these 2 things on top and then cast this to kill the Delver. And then he activates Deathrite and we go to 6. And then we do this and that puts us to 3. And then we're really just almost dead to anything. Conversely, we cast this and if Delver doesn't flip, which seems extremely unlikely, because we're gonna have to shuffle something away. Dude, I have no idea. Why is Legacy so hard? Maybe we just don't want this Painful Truths anymore. Maybe it's just like too horrifically damaging at this point. I don't know. So Delver flips and we take 3 to 4 and then Deathrite Shaman hits us to 2. Oh no, we're just dead actually, because Delver's gonna flip, Deathrite gets activated again, and then we die to Delver. I assumed a Delver was gonna. I was like really sure Delver was gonna flip. We drew another Painful Truth. We are at 3, so we can't activate it. I guess. Wait. I guess we have to do this now. I guess we attack. And then do this. Oh well, we are dead. Painful Truths is very painful. All right, continuing my string of complete failure in Legacy. If you listen to the Spike Feed podcast, which is actually today, then you would know that at my paper FNM Legacy FNM, I managed a brilliant 0-4 and bye results and just did everything wrong. I can share a couple of funny stories with you guys. So against an Infect opponent, I think I had like a Swords to Plowshares or something. I Vendilion clicked him, and so he brainstorms in response, which is of course a thing you can do in Legacy. And I forget what I thought I had seen his hand previously by some means. Yeah, maybe I Inquisitioned him or something. And so, of course, he like shuffled away his Berserks and Invigorates, and he actually left himself with a Sylvan Library in hand. So I was like, Sylvan Library, that lets him look at some cards at the top of his library, right? Like, and then he can draw like 2 or something or 3 if he pays some mana. I was like, that doesn't seem. It's kind of annoying, but how bad could it be? So the dude, like, I let him keep it. He's like, oh, okay. And so then he plays Sylvan Library. Fine. How bad could it be, right? He untaps. And then you can use Sylvan Library in a way that I didn't know. He basically paid like 12 life or something. Drew like 8 or 10 cards. I don't remember the exact numbers because I don't remember the text on Sylvan Library. And I was like, oh god. Like, how am I ever going... I have like 1 swords. And so naturally I think he attacked. And then he's like, pump. And I'm like, swords. And he's like... vines. I don't even remember what he did, but then he was just like invigorate berserk or something like that, and I was like, yeah, I'm just dead. And then he was like, yeah, you know, I kept you let me keep Sylvan Library, so he was basically just, he drew so many cards, it's like he was always going to have a force and everything. The other just thing that I did, because I walk into everything in this format, and I'm just, it's a very skill intensive format. I am just a player of average skill, and I also know nothing about it. So, yeah, that's what we're working with. But I'm playing against Jund, and I have like a surgical extraction, and I'm trying to find a discard spell because he has a bolt and a punishing fire. So I'm like, okay, even if I play Jace, he can kill it if I plus it. So what I need to do is I need to find a discard spell, make him discard the Painful Truce, and then surgical extract it. I'll be in good shape. He had, at this point, he had played a top, and he was topping a lot. And so that maybe could have been a clue to something. Or I could have just known how the cards work. But so over the course of like 3 to 4 turns, I'm like planning out this play, how I'm going to discard these cards to a Liliana, and I'm going to end up with 1 card in hand, and I'm going to windmill slam Jace, and that's going to win me the game somehow, because then I'm going to brainstorm, and I'm going to find everything, or plus, I guess, and then brainstorm. That's just my plan. So I go to cast Jace, finally, like, yes, I did it, I'm so good. And he goes, like, activate top to draw. One second. Activate top to draw. Pyroblast or Red Elemental Blast. Counter your Jace. And I was like, what? You're Jund! You can't counter my spells? Yeah, he can, and he did. And I totally lost that whole match. I lost every match. So, anyway. This is my first Legacy content. And if you guys stick with me, I promise at some point I'll improve. Alright, I hope you enjoyed it. Again, if you don't know the Spike Feed, well, if you know the Spike Feed, you're probably here if you know the Spike Feed podcast. But if you don't, if you're coming from my channel, yeah, then go to spikefeed.com, check out the Spike Feed. They do fantastic work. And as I always say, draw well, smash face, and I will see you guys soon.